We're ready to rock and roll here, you savages. What up, Lee Syatt?
Dude, we had a fun weekend.
We had a very fun weekend. I want to give thanks to Tampa and the people of Tampa and the surrounding areas for showing up at the Hard Rock. It was a great energy. It was a great night. Comedy was great. I was very nervous. I was going to eat a box of dick, but I turned it around and everything worked out.
No, the show was great.
Lee did great.
Thanks.
Steve Simone did great. But the night before was fucking... And listen, I told you guys how I felt. I told George a while ago. From 2015 to 2020, I admired doing this, and I was having a good time. But not really, because I was treating it like a business. No fucking around, no nothing. We go, we kill them, and we leave. And that's great. That's a great attitude to have. I could go, let's go up there, do the best we can. No, we're going to fucking kill them and come back. But I was missing out. I was sitting in my room all day. By the time you get to the show, you haven't spoken to anybody all fucking day. You're in your room, watching HBO, rolling joints, walking around the neighborhood, smoking joints. And I talked to Ari and I told him, if I do this again, it's going to be on one condition. I'm just going to have fun. No more beating myself up the night before. No more 20 Xanaxes before. Because it was a business.
Right.
I take that seriously. You fucking paid for a babysitter, restaurant, parking. You came all the way down here to see me and I'm going to bomb. It's not going to happen. I'm not cut that way. It just doesn't happen. I'm at least going to swing for the fucking fences. You have bad shows. But no, that's the product we're selling. But guess what? You're even funnier when you laugh all day.
Right.
Okay? When you laugh all day, you're funnier than that. You're not thinking about the stupid fucking show that's holding you down in a room and the four walls are starting to close in on you. Are you going to have a good set? Try this joke. You did this joke 18 months ago when you were here. That's it. So now I'm going out. I don't give a fuck. Staten Island, Atlanta. We didn't give a fuck, Jack.
You're gambling now. When we used to go to casinos and you'd play the video poker for like 6 minutes.
That's it. Business. $20. I got to give back to the casino. $20. That's not fair.
Oh,
they pay me a lot of money. Why would I only give $20? Let's go. Get all you motherfuckers to the table.
And we had the best blackjack. This is how Jewish I am. This is not leaving my wallet. I have nothing but hundreds in this fucking wallet.
Now's the time to mug them. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Look it.
If you hit them in the head tonight, coming out of the stand at 10:30.
We took edibles. I'm not going nowhere.
Never showed money.
No,
ever.
Because I never win.
That fucking look at those 20s in there.
There's no 20s.
They got fucking cobwebs.
Nothing but hundreds and 2 ones. That's it.
You've had those 2 ones in there since you had a paper route.
Oh my God.
That was a tip from Mrs. Mangialotti.
It was my lunch money.
Fuck.
Oh my God. But blackjack to me is one of the most fun things you can do when a night like Wednesday night.
Okay, again, it's not fun when I threw you to the wolves in Vegas and they sucked you in for 200 in a row. You know why? I wasn't at the table with you. We weren't having fun. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I hate losing.
It's the worst.
Understand? I work too hard. I got a daughter. That night, if I would have lost 200, I wouldn't have blinked tonight. It was good time. But sometimes you got to lose to remind you that you're a fucking loser. Sometimes you got to do that sometimes. Think that you're good at blackjack. If that lady wouldn't have coached us, we wouldn't have won a dime.
Dude, the dealer's all of it. That's why you have to tip the dealer. And when the dealer is giving you shit, that's when it's going to be a good night. You have to find a cool dealer. To be honest with you, I wouldn't have gone to her because I'm a little bit racist. I want like a black guy or a black lady are my favorite because they're fun. They have a good time. But this lady was really cool. She was cool. She'd tell you what to do. It's like the first time you weren't nervous, but like you were unsure of what really to do.
Yeah, I was unsure. I had no fucking idea.
And we just kept winning and winning.
And that was because some kid came up to me with $100 chip. And
I missed that.
Put it down. That's how the whole thing started. I wasn't gambling whatsoever. He begged me. He goes, I got $100 chip. I'd like to bet it for you. I go, all right, let's go. I was like, let's go to a $50 table. He goes, no, let's go to 100.
Yeah.
And we won. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, we shouldn't have gotten up from the $100 table.
We won again or something.
We won like 3 or 4 hands in a row.
Yeah.
And then when we got up, I was like,
fucking $100 table. I've never done that before in my life.
Oh, it's amazing.
In my life, that is scary and painful that they're just going to take a whole $100 bill from you. You're like, fuck. Oh, you feel it.
And they usually give you something that you're supposed to double. So then you got to put another 100 down.
And that's how I won.
Yeah.
That's how I won. I doubled on, you guys like split the aces.
Oh,
boom,
yeah.
And then we were off and run. I gave the kid back his 100. Let's go to a fucking $50 table. And then let's go 25. And we ran that bitch up. I was out till 4 in the morning. I left them at 3. I just walked around. And I the blackjack table right by the hotel, right by the entry to our elevator.
Yeah.
Our girlfriend was there. The old lady that was following us around all night.
It was a security guard that you got really pissed at. You were not, and it wasn't even her, but like she had the job of telling people they were doing construction and you were doing the thing. I did it yesterday at Dwayne Reed, but it was when you're walking away and you're still talking shit.
Oh,
and you were but then like 20 minutes later, you started to give her a hug. I'm like,
yeah, she's like, how's your knee? I go, not too fucking good. She made me walk back, but she was so sweet. So I went over there that night on the way up and I'm like, what are you doing here? You going to wait for me at 6:30? Just come up to the room. I was torturing her. She's like 68 and she's like, okay, I'm at 6:30. It was fucking great. But while I'm laying there, I go, look at this monster at the table. There was a broad, skinny as fuck, doing meth, nice skin, okay face, the biggest titties you've ever seen. And every time she'd bet, the blouse would go down. And she'd have to pick up her blouse because the nipple was coming out. It was a party.
Perfect.
She's getting cocktails from the chick. I'm like, I got to go fucking talk to this chick. I sat next to her, I won 200. I said, fuck this fucking chick. I went upstairs because she was pulling out 20s and 100s like they were nothing. Like they were wrinkled, like she had them in her asshole.
I was going to say, was she playing out of her tits?
Yeah, they were. No, not out of her tits. She had a big bag and it had dough in there.
Oh, she must have been a stripper or something, maybe.
Yeah, she was a stripper. Well, she had tits like that. She couldn't have been a fucking nun. Why have tits like that and be a nun? That's a waste for Jesus. But fucking this chick was banging. But once I see her doing meth and shit, I was like,
You saw her doing it?
No, she was making fucking faces like a penguin.
Jesus. You see a lot of fucked up people in casinos. I love casinos. I love casinos really good when they have horse racing and like the guys just walking around there hammered, yelling at the TVs. I love sitting in the horse racing section.
You know, it's really weird. One of my favorite spots as a kid was OTB on the other side of Washington Heights. When you got off the bus from Jersey,
okay,
it was right upstairs and shit. I don't know how many times I went up there just to put $2, even if I didn't have it. Because it wasn't about the $2. It was about the entertainment.
Oh, yeah.
The raw nature of the gambler is an amazing fucking story. Unless you see it or I had my mother. That's as bad as it gets in the house. 2 phones, 2 TVs on at the same time running around. She had to bet the Met game. Let's go to the Met game. You know, that's degenerate shit.
Oh. But the OTB, I've driven by OTBs and I've been to horse races and I've seen it at casinos. But OTBs are wild to me because it's just like
wild.
It's like the fourth wall. It's
Are they
just
still alive?
Yeah. I just drove by one. I forget where it was. Maybe it was in Pennsylvania somewhere.
Well, you really want to see a casino?
Yeah.
You take yourself, you get on a nice plane and you go to fucking Eureka, California, and go to the casino there. That's where everybody comes in a wheelchair with oxygen mask.
Oh, yeah.
There's some black guy pushing him. He's losing on the machine. The black Joe's still in 20. It is a Eureka casino. I think you have to do 2 weeks there. I did one.
You quit?
Yeah, after the first week, my mother died.
I
gotta go back to Jersey. My mother died. I can't do this. I gotta go back home. Really? I'm sorry. The guy's like, my regards. Fuck you, another week of this. Bro, everybody that walked in there smoked 4 packs a day.
Oh, yeah.
There wasn't one non-smoker in there. If you went down there for breakfast, your clothes, you stood them up when you came up and took a shower. It was just pure smoke. Everybody's dying. Everybody's got a fucking black card there. The doctor just gave an ace of spades and said, do your thing.
Oh, my God.
You got 6 weeks to live, motherfucker.
That's where I'd go.
Suck, drink sperm, do what you need to do. And I'm telling you, Eureka was, and I went there in 1995. 96. I lived in Seattle, and it was mind-boggling.
I'm sure it hasn't changed at all.
A little better than SOTB.
A little bit better.
A little better. I heard a guy yelling like, fuck that midget.
Oh, yeah.
On the tours, they were yelling fucking, but this is 1995. If you said midget, spick, nobody even turned their heads. Now these pussies, you said trigger. You know what I'm saying?
You're allowed to say whatever you want. I've smoked one cigarette in my life. I don't go to casinos that don't have cigarettes. I love the smell of a cigarette in a casino.
You need you hear Sinatra, you feel like, you know what I'm saying? You feel it.
Oh my God. Dude, it's a good thing we don't live in a place with like a lot of casinos, because I could spend every second in a casino.
And don't they have them in Brooklyn?
They have one in Harlem. They're opening one up right next to Citi Field. That's the one that just got approved. And they have one by the airport, by JFK. They have Resorts World. But it's like really out there. There's one by Citi Field you'll be able to take the train to, and that's going to be a problem for me. No, not Westchester. Wherever is that? Where is Citi Field in Westchester? Yeah, it's in Queens. It's right next to. It's going to be right. The guy who owns the Mets, like, is partnering with Hard Rock, where we just were. And people get angry, like, especially like if you, like in LA, I went to Commerce Casino a bunch of times. LA has some creepy casinos, and people get mad at you.
Those Asians will kill you.
Yeah.
Don't go down there fucking with those Asians.
No. And
that's their thing.
When you guys would like stay on 15, I got like, and the dealer was like, yeah, you can't. Yeah, the lesbian the next day was a little bit not upset with us, but she wasn't cool. You can do whatever you want, but if you don't play by the book with like the from China, like, oh, they'll fucking yell. They'll get up and leave the table and curse you in Chinese.
Seen the Commerce Casino, bro. You could eat Chinese food from a cart as you play.
Oh, it's the best.
They'll bring you kung pao, but not even the shit from the restaurants. They bring you the shit that those primitive Chinese people eat over in Harlem with the hanging lizards and shit.
Oh,
think I'm fucking kidding you?
There's
you
one.
Think I'm fucking kidding you? They don't fuck around. That's a different style of Chinese, because it's Chinese Filipino. My Mercy's godmother interviewed them. Ton of dough they offered her. And her and her husband had to talk to them. We're going to gracefully resign. I'm not even taking the job.
Wow.
Because it's all fucking Chinese.
Oh, I bet.
It's heavy duty Chinese mob.
We were just talking about the bicycle casino. One night, I forget if I was doing comedy yet or not, but I went through like different phases of playing blackjack in LA. One night I drove all the way down to the bicycle casino. I got to the parking lot. It was my like second or third time there. A dude in a jacket said no. It was like an FBI jacket. Like, and you can check it out. In like 2017, 2018, it got raided for some sort of like fraud. And like they'd opened a week later. They don't fuck. And there was one I went to in LA a lot over in Oxnard, which wasn't even a casino. It was just it was like next to a car dealership and an RV dealership. They had poker and blackjack tables. That's it. I don't even think it was legal. Oh, I love that you're doing all these casinos. It's so much fun. There's nothing like, and that's why, because poker's, I hate it. Because everyone's grumpy. Because you're trying to beat each other.
Blackjack is quick, bro.
It's quick, and we're all on the same team.
That's when you're going to lose me. Once you get Monopoly, once you're going to start hitting the hotels, that's when I want the 3 blue ones. That's it. And I could negotiate and you could rent. But once you're telling me to put hotels and stuff, that's where I get up and go, that's it. It's too long. It's too much of an investment here. I got to sit here for 8 hours to be Joe Marco Sr. and own the Skyline and shit. Get the fuck out of here. I got 2 minutes. And that's why I like blackjack. It's quick. I like roulette. Not roulette, the one-armed swordsman, because it's quick. I only lost $40. I said, fuck that. Playing roulette. I'm going to go over and play blackjack. I play blackjack on DraftKings.
Yeah, I did that today. I lost $100.
When you got over to Jersey?
Oh, all the time.
Is that before you took a shit in the bathroom?
I didn't take a shit today.
One of you nasty motherfuckers took a shit.
No.
You take a shit when you gamble. You get all excited.
No, you can't. I get so superstitious. I don't go to the bathroom when I gamble, because every time I'll be doing great, and as soon as I take a piss and like my hands touch my dick, it's no good. Luck. It's bad luck. You can't piss. You can't. I get real superstitious. Do you have anything weird like that?
I don't like Chinese people standing behind me when I play.
Yeah.
Anything.
Dude,
Every time a Chinese person stood behind me, I've lost it all and then some.
Yeah.
Lost it all. And I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not prejudiced. I love Chinese people. I love Becky. I eat that shit once a week. You know, I don't buy Chinese food from Spanish people.
No.
I buy it from Chinese people, so I like them.
I like Chinese people too, but Chinese women dealers can't fuck around with them because they're too fast. You need someone who's not really that good at their job. Where were we? We were just somewhere and the dealer was a little bit retarded. Remember, it was like a kid's first day. It was like a chubbier version of me.
Oh, that night we went to, Fort Lauderdale.
The first night Fort Lauderdale, Virginia, or something, Maryland.
The autistic plan, he came out there, and we couldn't beat him because he knew numbers. 10 million autistic people. Oh, my God.
He flipped us a hand, and then he skipped the card, and then they had to renege. It was his first day.
It was his first day.
And that's where you can make money, is they make a little bit of a mistake. But dude, and like people go to casinos to like get drunk and hook up. Fuck that. I'll go down in sweatpants and a t-shirt and
you're a businessman. You ain't got time to fucking. That's what I was telling you. But when you add excitement to it and your friends, and it doesn't matter if you lose $100, you're yelling with your people. The waitress coming over with watered drinks. You know, you get a headache. Yeah. Unless you go to the bar, and even then it's watered down. Those casinos, they milk you to death. I did 2 shots of tequila. Nothing happened.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Nothing. They hold the whole fucking thing. Everybody's licking lemons. Nothing. 2 shots. I got more drunk off the Heineken for 4 minutes. Then the edible took over.
And yet you don't have anything to drink on these planes. You know me. I don't drink. As soon as we get on these planes and they have free alcohol, I have to have at least 2 drinks.
I wish I could drink, because by the time we would have gotten to Tampa, we would have had a crawl in.
Oh, yeah.
Because think about it, if I drank, all you motherfuckers got to drink. I don't care if it's 10 in the morning or not. We're getting fucked up. This is Bert Kreischer style. This is the highway to hell.
Yeah. I took tequila shots and we had fucking, chicken cutlet sandwich. That's what it was.
Ooh.
Oh.
That was the worst. I hate chicken cutlets anymore from us. Only George and my wife, and I'm trying to tell my wife not to cook them anymore either, because George is so good at the chicken cutlet world. But this shit at the store, I'm telling you, go to a deli, these Italian places, they can't wait to put the mozzarella on there and the roasted red peppers and the balsamic, and everything tastes good, but something just ain't right in that fucking thing. You're like, I'm tasting something.
Well, it's Purdue. Like if you go to a bodega in the city, it's all the same. It's like the pre-breaded, they don't make it there. It's like they buy it from their supplier.
How disgusting.
And that's why George's taste good. If you can tell it's fresh.
I don't care if it's got steroids in it, the chicken.
No, they all have.
Keep eating chicken so I grow a wing. You know what I'm saying? I'll grow a wing. That's steroids. Nothing happens to you. But it's just crazy that, part of my job that I really like, I'm a fat fuck. But part of my job that I really enjoy is that I get to go across the country and at least try one restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
You have no idea what that means to me. I'm not going to show up at a coffee shop and go, oh my God, we went to this cute little cafe in Rome. It's not going to happen in my world. I want to see what America had to offer. By me touring all those years, bro, I had some great fucking meals and places that, if you go to Denver and you want a slice of pizza, you're done.
No.
You're done, bro. Why would you do that? Especially if you're from here. Let's go to Texas. Let's get a pizza pie. Ain't nothing in Texas either. This is it. And you try to be prejudiced and you try to be honest, but this is it. This is as good as it gets. You're going to get some pizza on the road that is so bad. And then the people from New Jersey look at me and go, this is so bad. Why'd you order it? Why'd you fucking order it? You knew. Look at the guy making it. His name is Juan. He's never even been to Jersey or New York. So now you get what you fucking, But man, like if you eat the shit from the region, like the first time I went to Texas and had alligator, I felt so fuck. I bombed that night, but I didn't give a fuck because I did something different being from this area. We don't do shit. Everything's the same. What are we doing? Let's go to Florida. Let's go to Atlantic City. I love Florida. Florida's a fucking dump. You saw it. You saw half those people, what they look like. Their skin's gone. It's like an alligator. They're like alligators. The women, tattoos, they're all chubby. The one that I swap spit with, at the bar was chubby with a little fucking frog on his stomach and shit.
Oh, Jesus.
I want to kiss you. I don't want to kiss you, but she was so nice. She gave me a pain fucking pill.
Oh, gee, I missed that. I was up. Did you really?
Oh, fuck yeah. She called me all night long. Take a fucking Uber. I ain't taking, listen, I'm too old. By the time I get there, I don't even have a dick that gets up anymore. Like I said on stage, I don't even jerk off no more because I'm scared to what's going to come out. I'm 63. It could be blood. It could be fucking some purple shit.
Oh, my God.
It could be clear. When I do come, it's not like a gallon anymore. It's like for a thirsty midget. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just enough to fucking quench his thirst.
His thirst?
Yeah. Her thirst. I don't know.
No, it's okay. No one's judging you here. Oh, my God.
She was a chubby little cute girl. She's like, let's make out. Fuck it.
Okay.
I swap spit with her.
You had a shot of tequila.
Yeah.
No, oh, yeah.
I'm not blaming it on tequila.
Okay.
What do you think? I'm one of those faggots. I had tequila. I didn't have tequila. I knew exactly what I was doing. I even told my wife. She's like, what? I kissed her one time. She wanted to kiss me. What do you want from me? She's like, Jesus Christ. I'm 63. I could be dead tomorrow. I could wake up tomorrow morning and just die. So if I could make out with a little chubby chick one time in Florida, what the fuck? She didn't give me a sore throat. She wasn't a dick sucker.
Oh, thank God.
Look at her. And the other girl she was with looked like a man. She was trying to fuck Mike Runny. Oh my God. She had tits coming out of her shirt. She was the ugliest thing you ever saw in your life. She kept telling Mike, I'll take you up to the room now. And Mike's like, my wife is dead. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going nowhere. My wife died. I don't want nobody in my room. Did you see him? He left all pissed off trying to suck my dick.
Really?
Hideous and loud. She had like 8 guys surrounding her, and then they would have cocktails and see what she really looked like and guy. But the chubby one was cute. She came over with me
blue
early
stuff on or something?
She had a fucking Madonna thing on.
Oh, my God.
She had a little gut, and she had a tattoo of a snake or something. It looked like...
It used to be a frog, but it turned into a snake.
Yeah, whatever. But listen, man. Remember I used to do that stupid joke? I take that seriously. You know, every once in a while, you get like a little ugly chick. She wants to give you a kiss. You're not going to tell her she's ugly. You're going to give her a kiss because you're a Christian. You understand? And Christ sees that type of stuff. He's like, you kissed a chubby girl, Joey. It could be considered a cheat, but not really. You didn't go home with her. Nothing happened. I just swapped spit with her one time. Did you see how happy she was? She wanted me to take her home, and you know, she's done. But I was like, you know, I'm a man.
You like making a person's day. You've always liked making a person's day.
Hey, I got nothing against making. Listen, if you want to cheat on your wife, that's your business. But if you bump into a blowjob, God wanted to make your day.
I've never in my life bumped
down
into
the stairs right here, some chickers on the bottom going, You gonna tell them I'm married? No, I'm gonna take the blowjob and then say a prayer because Jesus wanted it in your path. If Jesus don't want it in your path, he won't put it there.
Dude, there was one time where I did, and it was years ago, that I bumped into a blowjob but didn't even realize it until it was like hours later. I was but I wasn't even doing comedy. I went to the Stratosphere, and it was right after I broke up in LA. And I went up, they have like the bar that overlooks all of Vegas. And I went up, and as I was leaving, this like 40, 50-year-old lady was like hammered, walking out with her friend. And like, I want to suck a dick tonight. And like, but I was like shocked, and I had no idea. I was like, I hope you have fun. Like it was not anything. But I've never once bumped into a blowjob.
Listen, I feel very comfortable when I speak to a girl who's 25. I feel comfortable and safe. When I talk to a girl who's 35, I feel comfortable and safe. When I talk to a woman who's 42 and she's a single mom, I feel very comfortable and safe. But you don't know what life is. So you run into a 55-year-old divorcee with nothing but pussy. Her kids are gone from the house, and she's ready to suck dick. She don't care about AIDS. That's why these people in the homes, all those old people, the STDs are higher than ever. They're fucking for life now. It don't matter. I'm fucking you with a cigarette in my mouth. I'm fucking you with an asbestos suit on. You know, the women I've had the hardest time with ever, like I went to Cousins. Not on a Thursday night. First time I went out in Central Jersey, I went to Osteria on a Thursday night with friends of mine from North Bergen. And I couldn't believe the amount of women and the size of them and the outfits they had on. No, this ain't
I don't think
funny.
you're talking about the height.
This ain't fucking funny. The restaurant was so good that I told my wife, let's go back next week. And some neighbors came with us. And that was also a Thursday night. And I'm sitting, like the bar where we sit, where we ate. If you look at that side, there's a long table. 2 long tables. I was sitting in a 4-man table, but I'm looking at 12 Godzillas. All Italian, all with leopard suits on. Not one of them goes to yoga. Not one of them. Again, I'm not here to criticize nobody, but in my mental of criticizing, I said, Joey, you were raised by a mom who was buck wild, okay? How dare you think that way? They're women, they're divorced. They gave up 2 daughters already. They raised 2 kids or 3 boys. They went to softball games. They went to football games. The husband left for the fucking secretary. What are they going to do? Sit at home and eat meatballs? Fuck no. They're going to polish that pussy. They go to a place in Red Bank where it does your pussy all over again. You think I'm lying to you? I've heard this from a woman at the gym.
Vaginal rejuvenation.
It's even better. It takes the old skin out, sperm. You're a virgin. 48 hours, you're a virgin. The pussy's brand new. They all do it at 50.
Oh.
And how can I, listen, man.
Well, you can't get pregnant, might as well.
There was a girl about a year ago that I know, she's older, and she was hammered. And there was a point where she had me against the wall this close at Osteria, and everybody was looking. And I was like, what the fuck? And she's like, I'm going to leave in 10 minutes. Call me. And I'm like, lady, I would love to give you a stabbing, but I'll go to hell. That's number one. But, bro, when I went at her, a half hour later, she was still outside in her car waiting for me. I can't give her no dick. I'm going to stick it in and it's going to come in 2 minutes. Remember, I'm at a point now where it just comes. It doesn't even come. It just stops. We just look at each other. Everything all right? Yeah. I'm not going to, my wife has to deal with that because we've been married for 25 years. But you take a grown woman home and you give her 3 minutes of dick, you're going to be a laughing stock. You're going to be on every fucking riddle. What's that thing that people talk about? That they see you taking a picture and they write about you? Riffle, rifle, whatever the fuck it is. But listen, man.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I got to, where you go to talk about people and everybody jumps in.
Oh, Reddit?
Reddit.
There we go. Yeah, but
and you look at these women.
That would be fucked.
George Kaladinsky, if your mother was still alive today, she'd still be a fucking knockout wearing her boas. Am I lying, George? With her Fifi hat, with heels, not giving 0 fucks. There's something about a woman I can't get mad at, but trying to be beautiful. We were sitting at the table. Tell George, the kid's mother who came up to us from the fucking, he's number 3 draft.
Oh, yeah?
In the softball and baseball.
But he didn't even come. She didn't come. We didn't go up to her.
We didn't go. She just came over to us.
And was like, hey, just so you know, grandson, the first run.
My son.
Oh, but Nana was there too.
She came and she was good looking. She had a baseball hat on, but she still had it. The grandmother had to be 65. Was she not dialed up to the 9s? I can't get mad at you.
No. They're fine.
I cannot get mad at you. There's a 65-year-old man sitting there. I don't know. My wife died 8 years ago. I don't know what to do. They're ready to give it up. Those girls, it's no prerequisite. You got a heartbeat. They don't want to get remarried. Listen, they don't want to get remarried. They don't want to do nothing. They just want a companion and they want to fuck. And you know what? If you don't make the money they do at that age, they got enough money from their ex-husband.
Oh.
And they're dangerous. Well, these women today, look at guys are looking. I saw what's his name the other day. He's a handsome motherfucker. He's 64.
Who's that?
The bass player from Guns N' Roses. Tough with the blonde hair. It was a picture with him and his wife. I'm like, this guy, every 2 nights he's on the road playing, running back and forth with fucking Slash. That's 64. That means we're extending. At 64, you were like Archie Bunker. Every father in America was Archie Bunker.
That's crazy that he was like, what, 40 during that show?
48 during that show. That's how bad we looked at 40 in the 70s. At 40, you had 1 foot in the grave.
Yeah.
Not anymore. This Jalen Williams, whatever his name is, from the Boston Celtics.
Hey, Jason Tatum.
Name me an athlete that's come back from that injury in 7 months. That's not because he's better than you. That's because he's got $1 million of support on him.
Oh, yeah.
They do the PAP every day, PDP. You got people stretching you. You got peptides. You got steroids. You got milk. You got water. And the NBA gets the best.
Oh, they have to. They're worth too much money to them.
What are we talking about? These women will take PT 141. You know it affects men, but it's also for women, for arousal. I told you motherfuckers, if you have a dad, he's single, he wants to sling dick, listen, Viagra's great. It works together with, like that Blue Chew has 2 things in it, the new one, works together with that fuck. I can't believe we're talking about this on the air, but I want to school young kids because 40-year-olds are having ED problems now. 35-year-olds are having ED problems.
I have a joke about it.
I'm telling you.
It's weird when it starts.
It's very weird.
Because in your 20s.
It start when you're 55.
Well, there's a difference between like dead dick and like it's starting to like, you can see that dead dick is in your future.
Listen, the thing that fucked my dick up was all those years of cocaine because you can't bring them back. Once it's over, it's over. It goes in the skin. Only the turtleneck, like my dick is like uncircumcised, so the wind flap would just hang out of the hole. The dick would go in like a turtle. You could see his hole go all the way in. Yeah, I mean, when you do coke and shit, but when I was 36, straight dick, I'd give you for 10 minutes without even looking. I'd flip you over, smack you, pull your hair, make you play with your monkey and put my dick in your mouth and fucking, all that. I was into all. That's what you're into. That's what you're into. So you have to have the fucking momentum. Bro, I couldn't do a tenth of that when I was 50. A tenth of that.
Just with no help.
With no help. I just started having problems. I was maybe 58, 59 after the move. You stress, whatever. And I was like, this is not good.
It doesn't happen often, but it's happened. It happened.
I'm honest. And I look to help it. I'm not looking to fuck people. I'm not looking to sling dick. But the biggest fear, remember The Sopranos? What's the biggest fear in life? When they took that Jew and they threatened to cut off his dick? Because there's no man on earth that wants to be on this planet without a dick.
No.
Even if you don't get pussy, it's a nice option to hold your dick. Wait till you fucking take a bag out from the side and empty that with a chunk of shit. That'll remind you. It's kind of nice to hold your dick and see the piss flow out of it. And, even if you get a hard on just to bang one on, you get all dizzy and shit, that's fine.
I still get yelled at sometimes. And I don't even mean to. If I'm staying at home watching TV in like gym shorts, my hand goes in there. I'm not jerking off.
No, me too. I'm scratching balls, sniffing fingers. You know what I'm saying? It's going deep in the nutsack, see what needs work. Maybe I got to put some more soap under this crease. You know what I'm saying? Something. But, there's just things that it's happening to younger people now.
Dude, it happened to me in my 20s. Like, even before, like, right as I met you. And it was like a heaviness thing. It also was a mental thing, I think. But I will say this, there have been a couple of times where like, I think my dick knew that I wasn't supposed to be with that person. Like there were a couple women that even I'm like, it had been a while and I was like, okay, I'll do it. And I'm not saying I was not good looking at all either, but there were a couple of times I think my dick was trying to save me. I think.
There's a chick on Instagram, a black chick, that is hilarious. She comes on and she goes, married guys with relationships. Are you suffering from AD? This, discomfort, this. You need a new woman. You need a new piece of ass. Because that's how you try. If your dick is dying, just go to a regular ratty strip club. And if those chicks can't get the party started, which I don't want them to touch me anyway.
Right.
But if you go to a strip club to try out what I'm telling you, the story I'm kicking is glory. No more rock. Anyway.
I actually... In the last couple of weeks, I made like a decision and I hate it, but it's changed. Like my dick has never been better because
you're in love.
Well, no, it's not because of that. Well, I'm done jerking off.
Very good.
I did it, dude. There were times where I would do it.
Off and porn destroy you.
Yeah.
Especially if you want longevity, a better nut. No, they're talking about the damages of porn now. I never watched porn. In fact, Sergio Ortega sent me the Hells Angels book, the one by the famous writer last week. But I thought the book, it was a paperback. Everything in the 70s, 60s was a paperback. I get the package. It's fucking huge. I open it up. Sergio dumped 3 Playboys from the 70s on me.
He's the guy who had Felicia's Playboy, right?
Yeah. He's great. Bro, he's been on the church.
Yeah, since the beginning.
2010. He's been with us. Great kid, great family. He sends me these porns. I hit him back. I go, you jerk off in these things yet? He goes, no, I bought them at a yard sale. I go,
Jesus Christ.
I opened it up, dog, and I almost got pregnant. There was old dust in there. It was that base sperm. I was feeling my stomach, my titties. But those tits from the fucking 70s, women are completely different than those Playboys. But my point was that beside that Playboy Hollywood Henderson I've never had that. I always feel shitty when I have to masturbate. The only time it feels good is when you call a freak and it's going to cost you money. And she's on her way and you bang one out. You call her back. Listen, I'm going to sleep. I'll save the coke for myself.
Oh, my God.
And I know we've all done that at one time or another. The bitch is playing me. I'm a Gennaro's. We're leaving now. All right. You got home putting cologne on your nuts and shit. Where are you? We're leaving Hoboken now. All right. And all of a sudden you're like, fuck this. You're like, fuck this. And you bang one out and she's like, I'm close. Forget it. I'm going to bed. Click. It's over.
I'm surprised you just didn't
I used to do all that craziness.
Right.
But somewhere along the line from when I moved here, one night it was very shocking. I was like in shock. Like I was fucking embarrassed. Like it was.
Oh.
And I went online and started looking. I was like, wait a second. I do too much leg work. I do too much strength work to not have. I saw when I started deadlifting when I was 49, the dick I was inflicting. Because the fucking squats and the fucking
is quite a verb.
Dog, the dick you inflict when you do, listen, when you do those, what do you call those things? Deadlifts?
Deadlifts, yeah.
The dick you inflict, because that thing destroys everything. When you do deadlifts, your central nervous system gets it. It's fucking, you could see it. When you have a whoop, do 4 sets of deadlifts with 120 pounds and come 8 of them and come saying it's nothing.
Right.
It weighs nothing, 120 pounds.
No, I remember from when I was doing kettlebells with Irish.
But you just do 8 of those times 4 and get back to me. You will need a nap. In the middle of that nap, you will get a hard on that Houdini couldn't fucking pop out of the grave. In the middle of that nap, you're going to get woken up and your dick is going to be so hard, it's going to hurt with veins in it that you can't even jerk off. Be like, Jesus, what is this? It's those fucking deadlifts. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You cannot put that shit together. So I went back to, and I started looking at Viagra and all that stuff. Somebody gave me 100% Viagra from a pharmacy. That shit don't work.
No.
If I pop 200, my heart's going to blow up. So I was dropping 150 like nothing. I did like 2 Blue Chews on the side.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, because I pop Blue Chews. The minty ones, they're delicious.
Do you take... They are actually really good. But do you ever take... Dude, at my age, I take a Blue Chew and it's like, let's have fun.
It's 25 minutes. It's only 25 milligrams, but it's 15 minutes.
No, it lasts...
You eat 4 or 5 of those motherfuckers, she's passed out and I'm still fucking
You're passed out. 4 or 5, dude. If I take one, it lasts me 72 hours.
If what?
If I eat one Blue Chew, it lasts like it's 20-year-old dick for like 72 hours.
You add that with PT 141. For anybody who needs PT 141, look what it does to you. There's another sexual one, but PT 141 has been around since 1970. If you need it, you live down by me, go to Ultimate Nutrition and ask my brother Justin. He'll hook you up. You'll be having hard-ons at Cousins. You'll be hitting people in the face. You know what I'm saying? You ever walk up to a bitch and go, you want to dance? No. Bah! Just hit her with your dick right in her fucking eye. See what happens then. How you like me now? I'm 63 with a PT 141 dick.
Oh, my God.
You know what I'm saying? When my dick gets hard, it says 141 on the side. Viento Airlines.
I love how into these peptides you are. Like, you start telling people about these. And
I gotta, because why would I be greedy and save it for myself and then one day I died of a heart-on? That's bad karma. So I'd rather spread the love. I want everybody in Jersey to get fucking tremendous hard-ons. This summer in Belmar, you shoot that one PT-41.
You shoot it in your dick?
No, you shoot it in your stomach or your arm 3 or 4 hours, but it's better for the next morning. So if you shoot it at night, when that bitch wakes up to dick, it's going to be horror. You're just going to wake her up. Hello? Well, how do you feel this morning? Wait 1 second. And they just bust the dick you give them. And that ain't coming. It's just a straight-up helmet. That thing don't come. They come, and then you got to take a breather and watch them recoup and shit. Oh, that was tremendous. I forgot all about it. When we were in Tampa, one of my 8th grade teachers came to the fucking show, okay? He was 80. I haven't seen him, and he didn't act 80. He did not act 80. Either he had to be, if I'm 63, he couldn't have been 17 when I was born. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, he was 80. And he looked great. He was sharp. I've been telling everybody about this dude for years. People are like, what the fuck are you talking about? He was a mayor in Weehawken, And he was the 8th grade teacher. And then some point in the 8th grade, he got arrested and charged with all this shit. And I lost contact with him. But after all the doodling and the shit, I came home maybe in 91. I was a little bit more clear. I had done my time. I had a daughter. And so I asked somebody in North Bergen, like, what's going on with Wally Lindsay? Like, he's out of jail, blah, 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 blah. Go get me his number. Nobody had his number. Your grandfather, nobody had his fucking number. And then one day, somebody texted me. They go, we got you his number. And I called him as I was going from North Bergen into Fairview on Kennedy Boulevard, whatever that is right there. And I called him right from that light. When I got the number, I was like, I'm going to call this motherfucker right now. And when I called him, I think he was at a law office, and he answered the phone, and he was very, ooh, Coco motherfucker, 8th grade, Turk Jordan, you know. And he's like, oh, shit. I can hear him go outside. And he was like, how you doing? I'm really in shock about you calling me. What's the problem? I go, there ain't no problem, man. You were a great teacher to me. You were fucking great. Well, I can't call you. He didn't know nothing about comedy. He heard I did time.
Well, do you mean 91 or 2001?
91. 93, maybe?
You must have just started comedy? I think you started comedy.
Yeah, it was a little later. You're right. It was like 2000. I came back and I called him, and he did not know I got into comedy. And how you doing? I didn't say nothing. I was like, I'm just a regular comedian, blah, 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 you know. And then I kept in touch with him. Like every 3 years, something would happen. He'd call me or I'd call him. And then once I came here, I go, now I could turn this motherfucker on with him, you know.
It's because I would never, the way you guys were interacting, I thought you saw him every time you went down there.
Like I said, you know, we had Barone on here a couple weeks ago. We're talking about my daughter and her school and how the teachers, that doesn't exist no more. What I had from that guy doesn't exist anymore. They're the type of teachers that they knew if your mom beat your dad. They knew if your dad was an alcoholic. They knew if you didn't want to go home to your family. That's who you went to. You didn't go to your fucking guidance counselor. You went to your 8th grade teacher, 7th grade teacher. These guys knew everything about you. It wasn't just, what about your books today? You know, that shit wouldn't have worked in North Bergen. It wouldn't have fucking worked. And the people that tried doing that shit got shipped out or somebody beat them up. And you know, teachers got beat up in Horace Mann all the time. When I was young, people would get beat the shit out of in Lincoln. Those Lincoln dudes, you couldn't look at them wrong. You could not look at them wrong. Franklin had his problems. McKinley, I saw a couple people hit teachers and shit like that. But, dog, I saw Louis Aldevar clock Leo Gattoni in the head, almost knocked him out in the basement.
Those are both students?
He just went up to him and said, you got to go to the office. Boom! He came to the show in Fort Lauderdale. I call him the Russian. Remember I said to him, I go, tell him how you punched Mr. King in the head in the 7th grade and almost knocked him out. Who punches a teacher in the head? But regardless of that world, they were your friend. You could pull them at the way out. They would tell you something to you. Dog, come here. What's going on? You've been getting 80s all year. Now you dropped 2 60s on me. Sit down and close the door. What's going on? What's going on at home? You need money for groceries? It was a different animal. You know, it was a different, coaches drove you home from CYO basketball. 1 a.m, they're driving 8 kids home. Make a right, make a left, coach. You know, they drove you to your fucking mother's door. I still remember the coach driving me one night. He didn't play me. He didn't play me. And he had to sit with me now. And I would usually start on this team. He didn't play me St. Michael's. And I remember him and I in the bottom, him telling me why he didn't start me for that game. People don't do that today because your parents go down there, how come my little Timmy's not starting? Well, he can't dribble a fucking ball. You know, he can't jump. I gave him he can't fight. He's like that dude in Full Metal Jacket. He can't do nothing. The chubby
Private Pile.
Private Pile. He can't do nothing, you know. What, you know, they talk to you, man.
And I don't know about you.
You didn't get an F.
Right.
They pushed you. They would even say, you that fucking stupid. These kids today would melt. But they would ask you, are you that fucking stupid? You want me to put you in remedial reading? And then they pull you aside later and go, hey, about before, I'm sorry. Because a bigger man, bigger mistake. You apologize. And he said, I'm sorry. But bro, what's going on with you? I know you could do better than this. I know. You're out there on Sundays with Vinny fucking knowing all the fucking signals and shit. How do you not know fucking a paragraph? Come on, man. And that pushes you a little bit. Okay, you see I got something. You just told me I got something. I'm going to try.
And I don't know about you, I had a lot of great female teachers, and I'm not saying anything against female teachers, but I had a couple, one specifically, my 4th grade teacher was like an older dude, and I thought he was a cool, as a guy, I don't know, as a guy, I connected with them a little, on a different level. Again, some of the best teachers, I'm not saying anything against the female teachers, but there's not a lot of men teachers anymore, I don't think. At least not where I grew up.
I don't know what's going on then, but I was fortunate enough to be around. Listen, not every teacher is going to be good. For every great teacher that I had, Mr. Terranova, Mr. Barone, Mr. Levito, Mr. fucking, you had these teachers that stuck out on your mind that after when you're 25, you want to walk back to the high school and go, hey, man, I took that class because you told me to take it. What teacher doesn't want to hear that? What coach doesn't want to hear that? I did this because of you 7 years ago. Thank you.
Yeah.
That guy knows it's a cycle now. I'm on to something. Do you ever hear about Mr. Lee? He lived next door to your grandpa. Listen to me. The biggest fucking hard-on you ever met in your life. Crew cut and everything. Kids had crew cuts. One of those families, okay? He was something, but he was an asshole. And one day I robbed a case of beer and I put it in my locker, and he came, he goes, I'm going to open it. I go, you open it, I'm going to have a fucking problem. I disrespected him in the worst way ever. And Mr. Lee was not a bad guy. He was just serious. Joe, if you got beer in there, we can't have this. If I got beer in here or not, none of your fucking business. Get a warrant.
Get a warrant?
And he never spoke to me again. And then I did a robbery and I slipped my hand open. I was broke. Walking around Northbury, I go, let me go see Uncle Vinny or Mike. How we going to high school? When you're a loser, where do you go? You go to high school and see your old teacher. Hey, how you doing? You still got your MB Bruin jacket on.
Yeah.
I won the Eagles championship in 73. Yeah. But you still go up there. I would see kids up there all the time. And I had this bandage on my hand. And I went down to the training room. And Mr. Lee was walking by. This is 6 years after our altercation. I wasn't even in high school, no. And something made him go, what's wrong with your hand? I cut it last night. And he goes, let me take a look at it. It's still bleeding, And he went into the fucking room where the kids would tape you and put heat on your balls and all that shit when you didn't make the right defensive play in football. Like, if you didn't make the right defensive play in football, they would pick you up. That 77 and before that, we were scared to go to high school. They would pick you up, put you in the fucking men's training room, duck you up with tape you to the table, and put fucking red hot on your balls and shit, and leave you in there, lock the light and shit.
For one bad play?
Welcome to North Bergen.
Jesus Christ.
And it wasn't the coach. It was the other players. They were like, no, that can't happen again.
I don't know why the Ben Gay had to go on the balls.
Because that's part of it. You'll remember not to fucking make that play again. Somebody puts Ben Gay on your balls and tells you to pay the rent on the 1st every month, you'll have it there on the 31st. You know what I'm saying? So he asked me. It was just me and him. And for like 6 minutes, he didn't say a word. He just took the bandage off, looked at my hand. He goes, move your fingers. I moved my fingers. This one couldn't move. And he goes, about a month ago, somebody was asking me if I ever had to treat somebody I didn't like. I had to think about that. And today I got the answer. You walked in here. And he was talking to me like a doctor, but telling me how much he hated me at the same time, which is fucking brilliant. And after a while, I said, hey, Mr. Lee, why don't we put this behind us? Put this behind us. I was a fucking kid. Yeah, it was 1978. I was a fucking kid. My mother had just died. Who knows why we had this argument? But I'm very sorry. He gave me his number. We went out to Hashways that day. We left the gym, went to Hashways. Had like a gladiatory lunch. And for a year, I called him. He lived right next to you. And I would tell your grandpa, guess who's talking to me? Mr. Lee. And he'd go, I heard. Like, everybody was in shock that Mr. Lee was talking to me. I called him for about a year and a half, then he died. He died, but he was a good guy. And even that, 6 years a teacher, that's not a lesson you learn in a book. And that's the lessons we were learning early on that my daughter will never learn from her teachers.
You don't think she has a...
She's got 2 teachers. She told me the other day, my daughter's on a fucking different level. She looked me and my wife in the face the other day and she goes, you know what? People ask me all the time, the best white rice is Cuban white rice. I go, what are you talking about? She goes, Cuban white rice is better than any other white rice I've ever had in my life. She asked my wife goes, I don't feel that way. She asked me, I go, I'm Cuban, I don't fucking feel that way. She goes, no, the Cubans make the rice a little different. Better than Chinese, better than moms, better than everybody. And she goes, that's why when you tell me to take me up there, I take the ride with you. So she got a teacher that's Puerto Rican. She was telling me all about it Friday night at dinner. She goes, Dad, so I talked to my teacher, the Puerto Rican one, and I asked her, isn't Cuban rice better than Puerto Rican rice? And she's like, yeah, it is. And Mercy's like, but you got to go up north for it. And the lady's like, yeah.
That's amazing.
I don't know why I told you that story, but
because she has a connection with a teacher.
Yeah, a connection with, and then there's another teacher, a music teacher, and Mercy tells her the band she listens to, and she's like, Mercy, I can't believe you listen to that. I can't, you know. So at least, but everybody else, like she had a teacher that was giving her D's, some other teacher that won't talk to her. You know, it's not like when we left high school, we went home with a story, dog. Did you hear what happened at third period? Oh my God. Spanish guy stepped on Mr. T's shoes and he told him to get the spick hoopty-doos off his foot. You know, and you fucking remembered that shit.
Yeah.
You would never cut that teacher. That teacher never got cut. Nobody had the audacity to cut him because it was 45 minutes. It was 43 minutes of straight fucking laughter. You walked in, you sat down, he went in the mirror, opened it, and he would comb his eyebrows and then go, and start with that. And then you sit down and go, attendance. Nicky Escalise, boom, boom, Nicky, get up. Where'd you get those shoes from? Spider-Man. And he just, Lee, get up. You're still Jewish today. Sit down. You fucking, you know, he would just go through the class.
The entire list.
He would just go through the whole class. Hey, look at you. Where'd you get that haircut? Looking good. Don't come into class tomorrow if you have that haircut. You know, put on white socks. That was he hated colored socks too. Put on white socks.
It's a great way to get your attention.
And then there was a chick that had big feet, and her name was Hahuba.
No,
she was the only Arab. She was the only Arab in North. There was her and a couple Indian girls. One of the Indian girls, they fucked her on Country Day, and there was never a whatever anymore. North Bergen High used to have a day on a Thursday. No school. You went behind the high school. They had games, food trucks, not food trucks, but you know. And you went back there. It was called Field Day. And the reason why Field Day was canceled because Dickie Thomas got caught fucking a little Hindu girl in the boys' bathroom right in front of the principal's seat. Right there. The principal's office right there. There's 2 bathrooms right there. So they canceled that, you know, but everybody.
Right in the bathroom.
Huh?
In the bathroom?
Well, where are you going to take it? To the four star for 4 seasons?
I don't know.
You're fucking 16. You barely got $1 from your father to eat lunch. Where are you going to take it? You take it to the bathroom behind the church? Your mother has an extra car? Where do you fucking those days when you're 13, 14, 15?
I have no idea.
Okay, then. Me neither. It's not like I was having orgies every fucking day, you know. But it's such a different world, and I'm very grateful because I could tell you a bunch of shit. I could tell you all the bullshit you guys want to hear. But it was all these little teachers that believed in me at the end, and a couple people from North Bergen that when I would get down, it would push me through. I had a guy from the projects. I had a guy from North Bergen Project. You know who it is. Fucking sanitation worker in North Bergen. And he went out of his way one night to call me and say, hey, man, I got your number from a friend of mine. I just want to tell you, I was watching Cold Case tonight. You got it, kid. I'm like, what are you talking about? You're a fucking DPW worker from North Bergen. And he's like, brother, you got it. I'm really proud of you. And he just said some things. I was like, that's a dude from the projects, bro. That dude never had a dime. He worked hard all his life. I remember that dude. Today, I talked to his daughters because of what he said to me. I take care of his daughters. Yeah, I knew him for years, but he never said that to me. He never saw me in action.
That's awesome.
So when he saw it, he just put the TV on a Sunday night and saw it. And the next day, he was on the phone with me. That meant more to me. I was a horrible actor. But just if somebody noticed me that I grew up with and said, hey, man, you're on the right path.
Especially after people were talking shit about you for bad stuff.
Till today, I tight with his daughters, who are my nieces, because of what that man said to me. That's the type of, I'm old school, dog. I'm not going to fucking, I don't want to hang out, you know. You got your people, they take care of you, you take care of them. It's that simple. But those are the people that got me through, man. his grandfather, like, I didn't want to keep coming back here being a loser. Remember I told his grandfather once, he goes, where you going this week? He goes, Buffalo. That's the asshole of the world. You know, and I'm like, fuck, Mr. A. He had a fucking compliment for any date I had because they were all, that's where you start in hell, you know, Schenectady and fucking Poughkeepsie. And he's like, Poughkeepsie? You're never going to make it to Broadway.
You're reading off my tour list, by the way.
Lee, that was everybody's tour list at one time. And
I love it. I'm not complaining a bit, but it's just funny all the cities. I'm like, I did that last year. I did that a week ago.
Poughkeepsie was the all-time worst weekend in the country. Am I lying to you? I think George had to bring me fucking food one day.
Oh, it's good now.
Dog, listen.
But yeah.
It was a hotel and a gas station. And they didn't have like New Age, no coconut water. It was potato chips, chip, and those frozen burritos. Oof. And they put you in the basement, which was very nice if you were doing coke. The windows are up here. You'd have to jump up and look out the window. But it was cold down there. And then you walk out, because they would only book slugs like me in January or February. You know, what are you doing fucking Poughkeepsie in January or February? You walk out, you look, you go to the gas station, get a bag of Doritos, and that's breakfast. Oof. There's a place called a Tornado Lounge it's called something. You have Seattle, and then you have the west side of Washington. And they call it the Three Cities or something. It's one city in Oregon and two cities. It's one of them where Idaho State was, where that quarterback. No. It's not even that deep. But they call it the Tri-Cities.
Okay.
It's called, I forget the name of the thing. And bro, when you looked it up in the back of comedy magazines, it was real room.
Okay.
And it booked Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and you had to drive from Seattle about 3 hours. And fucking the first time I went, dog, that hotel, they gave me 30% off. You didn't even want 30%. The food was so bad. The hamburger smelled like feet the first time I went, bro.
Hysterical. And
I didn't have a car. I had to like eat cereal and shit from the thing. It was horrible. The second time I went, the food was horrible also. But I met a chick that had 1,000 of those things on her back.
Tattoos?
No. Those fucking things that come out of you. I had one on my stomach.
Oh, hernia.
No, the fucking...
What? What do you have, a belly button? What are you talking about?
How's you going to have 30 hernias on her back? Oh, Lee, you're a fucking character. You know,
a cyst? What do you have?
Tags.
Oh, skin tag. Jesus Christ.
This girl was fucking beautiful. Came up to me. We talked, blah, 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 blah. First night she was there with her girlfriends. I'm here all weekend. We're going to tour the Tri-Cities. She was from some part of Idaho, but she was fucking smoking.
What, skin tags, though?
I didn't know this at first. I didn't know this till I made out with her, and I touched, and there was like 1,000 bugs on her back. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And listen to me.
How did you not see her back?
I swapped spit with her on the
Immediately?
weekend.
You didn't see her back once?
Listen, I swapped spit with her over the weekend. This is 1990. This is the summer. I'm leaving for LA in January, and this has to be like November. So I meet her. We start talking. We exchange numbers. We swap spit, and then I went back to Seattle. She went back to Hell Town. And then I was talking to her one night, and I go, I'm going to San Francisco to do a Punchline open mic. I'm going to drive down one of my friends, but he canceled as we were talking. And she called me back. She goes, are you still going to go? Or are you going to come meet me? I go, well, I can't go because my car's fucked up. And my buddy can't go because his wife. And she goes, how about I drive you? That's how this happened. So I just made out with her. Now we're in the car. We drive 6 hours. We're having a great time. We go eat dinner. And all of a sudden we go back to the room. We start making out. Her shirt comes off and it's 1,000 fucking tags on her back door. Listen, I'm no fucking tip-top Magoo type of motherfucker, but it was like bugs were all over her back.
Oh my God.
And they were getting stuck on my fingers and shit. I'm like, no. And she was hot.
And you kept going?
Huh?
You kept going?
The first night I had to do what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like a chick with a mustache. You gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying?
Was she paying for the room?
No, I paid for the room.
Okay. Oh,
and once I saw the bug, like once the bugs hit me and shit, I stayed away. When I picked her up, she had a couple on her ass, and that was it for me. Because I want to, if I spank that ass, one of those mushrooms are gonna blow up, and I'm gonna have 1,000 fucking tags all over me, on my face and my nose. And I remember for 3 days, it was a week-long trip. We did like 8 different rooms. And like by night 3, she was telling me that she sucked dick. Like, I really enjoy it and all this shit. Because I'm like, that's great, but I'm going to feel your head and you're going to have a tag on your head and I'm going to lose it. So.
Oh my God. Well, what possessed you? How long had you known her?
She was sweet, very sweet. I got along great with her. The tags bothered me. And then I moved to Los Angeles and we spoke a few times. And she's like, I'm coming to LA to visit you. I go, you better bring a double bathing suit because everybody's got their back exposed here. Those fucking dots, they'll blow up in the sun. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
I
can't even imagine what that would look like.
Lee, and I tell people all the time, the life of comedy, man, is a trip inside a trip. And when you realize that, when you forget about cameras and TVs and you just go on these road trips in places where nobody's going to watch you, you just meet interesting people. God just puts these people, and you can write material about them. Like, I've never told that story.
No,
I just remembered this. I just remembered that story. Like that, something Becky said to me one night, you have so many stories. I go, it's comedy, Becky. It's not my life.
Yeah.
It's the shit that I put my, when you get in the car and you end up in Kansas City, what the fuck do you know from Kansas City? You're from Jersey. You're from Hudson County. You know how to throw rocks into the ocean and mug people. You don't know about Kansas City or corn or grits or not. You don't know nothing. You know nothing. It's not till you meet different people
and you kind of
wake up with different women. You wake up, dog. I woke up with a girl that was taller than I was, hotter than fuck, and she was shooting heroin in her toes. What do you want me to do? I ate a monkey. We fucked a little bit with no condom. I don't know what I got, but if I got it, fuck, I left it in Idaho. I left it in Montana.
Oh,
yeah. Are you going to wear a condom on the road? Give me that dirty pussy and shit.
She was mid shooting up as you woke up? Like you opened your eyes?
Listen to me. It's the first night of a triple run. I got an 8-week run.
In a row?
Yeah, I'm doing 8 weeks in a row in a car with a chick.
Shit.
With a chick.
Oh, God.
With the crazy redhead.
Okay.
And she's drinking. I don't know what they're doing. I'm like, listen, don't worry about nothing. Let me just drive. I'm putting cigarettes out. I look around. Her clothes are back there. They got 1,000 cigarette butts. She kept telling me, how come I'm losing blouses? Dog, you don't see this on the TV show. I just kept smoking. And I would throw the cigarettes.
Why would you throw it out?
She's passed out when I'm like, it smells like fire in here. Like a week later, she's like, I don't know where my blouses are. Did you see them? No, why would I touch your fucking blouses with my cross dresser? And the first night, we left from Houston, drove all the way to Montana.
Damn.
Montana, Oregon. It was a couple of those. And the first night, we go to this Montana room. Now, you and I and George, I'm telling you from my heart, I expected to do a room and do the show and go back to my room. Maybe have a beer with Jody or a shot at Tawaka or whatever the fuck she was drinking that night. And that was my night. No. I get to this club and this girl is gorgeous. She's the owner's daughter. 5'11", 5'12", 6 feet, blonde, big, beautiful, with a miniskirt on and cowboy boots. That girl comes up to me and she goes, listen, while you're here, if you need anything, anything, I got you covered. Okay. So when the feature was up, I went over to her and I go, let me talk to you. What can you get? She goes, what do you need? I go, for starters, some weed. She goes, I get that. I'll have it here in 10 minutes. And I was embarrassed to ask her about the coke. And I go, fuck, can you get some coke? She goes, I can get you some dynamite coke. It's an 8-ball. And before I turned, she goes, I can also get you a $50 bag of heroin. I was like, baby, it's bad. All right, I'll see you after the show. I gave her money for the 8-ball and I gave her money for weed. And she goes, I'll meet you back in your room. Are you staying at this hotel? And I go, Jody's there too, next door. So yeah, Jody's next door. This girl's coming over. I'm not thinking, I see the girl. She's 20 years younger than me. Nothing's going to happen. I didn't know she shot her. She came back to the room and I go, let's go next door to Jody's. So I felt better with her. And in Jody's, when we took out the coke and started snorting, she goes, you guys mind if I pop a rig out? No, go ahead. So she was over there shooting heroin. I gave her a little bit of coke. Me and Jody were snorting, giggling, talking. An hour and a half later, we got to get up at 6 a.m. She leaves. I give Jody a kiss. I go to my room, lock the door. In 20 minutes, the phone rings in my room. You still got coke left? I'm coming back. Come back. She called the hotel back then. I said, come back. It was like 2:30. Dog, there was no sleep. We did the heroin, the coke. She brought back like a case of beers. In the morning, she looked like a model. I couldn't even tell she was doing H. And I just got in the car and left. Never talked to her again. I sit here some nights and I go, what does that woman think today? Does she remember that? Because I barely remember it unless I really think about it. One night, me and Lee were talking outside the office. I was shaking.
Remember that night?
I was shaking. I was just unloading on Lee, 25 years of what I saw. Just unloading.
It was by your house. It wasn't the office.
On the side.
It was right by your North Hollywood apartment.
We got home at 10 and we were out there till 2, just talking, smoking weed. And Lee was like, no, Lee, that's 20 years of fucking comedy. You know, being at the Comedy Store and seeing a woman, like somebody asked me, what did you really learn a lot at the Comedy Store? I go, I learned a lot about comedy, but I also learned a lot about life in there. A lot more than comedy, life. I saw engaged women, dog. Get up, go to the bathroom, give a guy a blowjob, and go right back to that table with the engagement guy. He's like, yeah, these comics are funny. No. I saw that 10 times. My wife saw it. We all saw it at the store. You saw the crazy women that would come in and take their clothes off. You see how comics behave when you start doing a little bit better than they do. They start throwing remote. You have to learn how to navigate yourself through that. So it's a lot, but I learned a lot. It just wasn't about stand-up. It was about psychology, human nature, what makes Nick come up to me and said, hey, man, you got any coke? And I give Nick half of what I got. And 3 weeks later, Lee calls me and says, dog, I was in a meeting with Nick. He was pitching a show. And I asked him if he was using you. And he looked at me and goes, that cokehead in the meeting, that's what you live with. You meet people who are just going to tie you up. So you learn to, you get your little group and nothing outside of that. You know, these are all fucking people who give you shitty gigs. You get there, you're at the end after the Mambo band, you know. That's what happened when your mom came to see me in the Rascals. Do you remember that at Caroline's? I followed the Mambo band. We didn't get out of there till 1 in the fucking morning on a Wednesday night. You know, and you get the people that aren't in your corner and you learn how to live in a habitat with them without telling them, go fuck your mother. But you always remember what they did to you. And one day you look at them and go, hey, cocksucker, remember that? I ain't mad at you no more. I know you tried to do this to me. And that's Hollywood. You know, I mean, look at these two idiots. We're best friends. They did the tour together. And when Bernie Mac got Ocean's 11, fucking whatever went behind his back and called the producers and said, I could do it better and cheaper.
No.
Paul Harvey.
No.
The Harvey. Steve Harvey.
No.
You didn't know that? That's why they all hate him now.
Oh.
That's what a comic does. You know, when a comic dies, there's comedians that don't even say it. They'll just call that club and go, dog, I was on the website. He got those dates. Let me get those dates.
Jesus.
You know, shit like
class.
that. And you're like, they sold their soul to get to where they are. I'm fine with that. But those are the things you learn along the way. You learn when people lie to you. I tell you guys that I don't know what she's going to do, but I hope that she does go to St. John Vianney so she comes out with an associate, because that year I'm going to sit her down and tell her, you can stay here for rent, free. Don't go to school, but you got to do something face-to-face with people, whether it's cars. I don't care what you make. I don't care if you make no money. Tell me what you want a week and I'll give it to you. But you got to do that for a year to learn, and comedy doesn't tell you. You learn that shit when you're in year 3. Thank God I sold cars. People are like, well, coming back later. I'm going to go get the check. And all of a sudden you see him with the car driving from Chevy. You know,
yeah.
Beep, beep. What happened? You know, because you believed them. Right. And then there's your friends going, hey, Nick, you ain't leaving this lot. Yeah, but I got to go home and talk to him. I'll leave your watch. Leave a shoe. Leave something. You're not leaving here. Leave your trade car. I'll throw the keys up on the roof. Remember those stories in Denver? You know. You're not prepared for that. That's hard-hitting comedy. When you sit in a room and they pick everybody else and then they go, all right, that's the end of the show. And you sat there all night for 3 hours. Doesn't feel good.
No.
And I've been there. It doesn't fucking feel good.
Yeah. It sucks.
You know, how many times did George go with me to gigs in Secaucus and fucking Luna Park over here, whatever this place was over here, where I ate a bag of dicks. That's it. You're not going to be great from the fucking beginning, but you just learn how to deal with it. You know, when I was in my first 3 years, if I took a bomb, I had to go do an ounce of coke. I had to drink a case of beer. It's the end of the world. Now I bomb, I go home, I go to sleep.
Oh, I still get pissed off.
Okay, yeah, we all do for a minute or two. Like, I'm still pissed at the show at Red Bank. To this day, still pissed. Still pissed off about that show. I went up there unfucking thinking. I was high. I thought I could pull it off. I didn't have the comedy thing going yet. You know, you learn, you're going to get burnt. They offered me that date, Carteret, on December 26th. But now I might scratch it since he canceled. Nothing. You got to come in heavy next time. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah. But that's what the problem with comedy is. And we just got into comedy. You were a fucking editor. You work by yourself, looking at films. What the fuck do you know about people going, all right, you know, come on up. And then you get up there and you're like, fuck, I forgot to ask him about a hotel. And then you go, is there a hotel? I ain't no fucking hotel. And you're like, what am I going to do now? I got $55 on my ATM card and I happen to take a guess.
See, like, I don't have any kids, so I don't want to say I disagree with you. But the one thing that you said you said that you'd give her money. If she's living with you, I actually think it'd be kind of good for her to be broke for a year working like as a server.
That's 20 years from now.
It's really not, though.
That's not the conversation we're talking about.
You just said that, though.
No, I said it as a comparison.
Okay.
To what I would like for her to do, but none of that shit's going to happen. She was talking already the other day that she don't want to go to St. John's because they don't have a film program. So leave me the fuck alone. That's why I'm not going to sit here with you and argue about it. Because it changes every day. When you have a child, the plans change every day. George? Every day. So leave me the fuck alone. I'm just giving you an example.
Okay.
When I gave her money, you know, I'm not going to give her $1 million a week, but I'm going to give her, what do you make over there? 300? If I sell a car, I'll give you 400. You know, so she doesn't feel, because she ain't going to sell no fucking cars. Unless she gets really good and that animal comes out.
Right.
And that's great too, but I wanted to have some type of social skills, like we did. George could sell a fucking ice cube to an Eskimo. I put a gun to his head. That's when he don't talk about pizza or nothing. No, nothing. I put a gun to his head. George, sell that picture. Watch this motherfucker go. And I'll tell him to sell it for 100, and he'll oversell. He'll fucking drop a frame with gold, Liza Minnelli. That's how he rolls, you know. That's how life is. You don't learn that by watching TV or in college. You learn that by dealing with people on a daily basis. Can you imagine if you're a bookmaker? Could you imagine if you're a loan shark? What you got to put up with every Thursday? Did you see, what was that movie? The Irishman. I got to go, my mother. Your mother's died 3 times already.
Yeah.
You don't come. What time are you going to be here tomorrow? 12. If you're not here, I'm going to bust your fucking head. You know, you hear shit that you can't even repeat. When people owe you money, and that's like that dude in the Pope of Greenwich Village, how come nobody keeps me waiting when they're looking to borrow? Right? When you're looking to borrow and they go, show up at 6, you're there at 5:55. Me. You're at attention when I walk in. You salute me. 2 weeks later, meet me at 6 to pay me. Oh, I got to work overtime today. Oh, my kid is sick. I told you, 6 o'clock every Thursday. 6 o'clock. But
they duck you,
example that this is what it is. And as comics, sometimes that's a hell of a shock. You know how they say people quit jiu-jitsu after a blue belt? A lot of people quit the first 5 years because it's such a big transition. And if you can't handle me calling you, Lee, come on, we're going to Pittsburgh tomorrow. But what am I going to tell the people at the printing job? Tell them you're not coming in tomorrow. That's it. You quit. You're on the road. You want to be a comic? What are you going to do? That's eventually why you said something to me last week, and I have one solution.
Okay.
It's over. You got to quit this job. Pretty soon. That holds you down. You don't feel it, but we have a ton of friends that had a day job. They never got nowhere. Because they forgot about their love instead of peanuts. They fucking worried about peanuts. I got to pay my phone. And if you don't, they're not going to throw you out. But I'd rather you do what you love and be a little broke. That's how you learn to make money. When I'm broke fucking selling cars, I'm going to learn real quick how to sell a fucking car. And when I'm broke doing comedy, I'm going to at least figure it out. Hey, I got a room. How many guys do you know that aren't even doing comedy a year and they're making $5,000 a year, fucking booking open mics and doing stupid shit? And meanwhile, you're sitting there, I don't know about the pie, and I'm not putting you down.
No,
I'm putting anybody down that has a dream. At some point, if For that dream to work, you got to cut. I mean, cut. If you hit me with, well, I'm going to do it one day a week, your foot's still in there. So your heart's not going to be in that. You see this fucking carpet?
Right.
If I stand on this carpet and hold my ground, that's great. If I stand in that middle and put one leg there and one leg there, what am I fucking accomplishing? And it's the same time. Dog, I held the job for 8 years. I had child support. And one day I had to go, you know what? She don't even let me see the kid anyway. Fuck child support. I'm going to learn how to do fucking comedy. And I'll send her whatever the fuck I get. And you know what? At the rate I'm doing this, if I get anywhere, I'll pay her child support in 20 years. I didn't give a fuck. She's not going to put me in jail. She's not going to, I don't even get the fucking kid. I'm sending $635 a month, snorting coke off a fucking roof on the floor. You know, I should be I should be picking up gold from the streets and putting it in my nose. The point is that it just, and we know a lot of people who kept a day job. Because after a while, I need my insurance. Bro, when you do comedy, there ain't no insurance. There ain't no insurance. I did comedy for 10 years on the road, broken teeth. You give me your name and pray for the best. Put it on the tab. There's a lot of other shit on there too. If I ever hit, I'll clean up.
Dude, fucking, what's his name? There's a comic in LA. Very cool, dude. He got famous on TikTok during the pandemic, but he had a Josh with an R. Nice dude in Hollywood, but he had a joke that used to give me anxiety. And he's like, every time I saw him, he was in X amount of debt. It was like 80 grand, and he just didn't give a fuck anymore.
That's it. You cannot.
And he's like, I'm either going to make it or I'm going to fucking die.
Listen, bro, when I left Colorado, I was in $180,000, and I wasn't going to pay a dime of it. I was like, because I heard an expression once, they can't put you in debtor's prison. There's no prison for people to owe money. I won't file for bankruptcy. I just said, fuck it. This is part of life. And at the end, I did some sick shit. I was financing an Acura, and I fucking went in that same bank and cashed $1,000 Discover check. The account was closed. They call the cops on you for that shit. They call me Monday and they go, you got like 8 hours
it's like bank fraud.
To bring the $1,000 down. I
they
call them next day.
8 hours now.
I don't have 8 hours. They said, okay, we're going to tack it on to your car. I never paid that car off. I just left it in the garage. I don't know where that car is today. I never heard from him. Not a postcard from Acura. Nothing.
You're going to get one now.
I even went to look at an Acura and I put my name down for them to run in the computer. I'm like, I don't know. I had an Acura in 91. Beautiful. Beautiful Acura. It was a pussy machine. I had a tremendous, there was white with blue interior. I was slinging dick in the sticks of Boulder and shit. I had the luxury package.
Oh my
I had
God.
The Dominican stereo in there, speakers. When my ex-wife saw that car, she had a fucking heart attack. What happened to the truck? Truck? I ain't no cowboy bitch.
That was your poster.
I need a slinging dick car. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
And she hated me for it every day.
Was it a sedan?
It was a 2-door coupe. Nice, beautiful, with the nice rims.
Oh my God.
When I banged the car up, I had to fucking rob a dealership to get the good rims and put it on that Mike Kessler. I had to leave my car in the garage, pump it, take the old rims off. Each rim was $2,200. I'm not paying for that. They were like high-end rims that the kid put on the car before he sold it to me. So I'm on the way to Denver Nugget. I hit black ice, and I fucking damaged one of the tires, and the tire was going boom, boom, boom. Like the whole thing was burnt. So I got somebody to fix it, but then the rim was fucked up. So we're like, how am I going to get a rim for $2,200? I go, why steal one when we could steal 4 of them? So I fucking jocked the car up with my man Mike. We took 2 tires first. In the daytime, bro, I used to do damage at that dealership in Boulder. I'm not even going to tell you the name. I robbed it one time. Single-handedly, I robbed it. I busted in there. I went in there on a Friday, and they were talking about bonuses for the next day. I had to go get cash at the bank. I heard that fucking thing. Later that night, I went over there and I broke around the back. It was an Acura dealer. The door was wide open. I walked in there, found the spiff box, took everything out of there, $400. The next day, somebody from the dealership called me and goes, Joey, did you rob the dealership last night? Because they're blaming it on Lil Wayne Means. I'm like, no, I didn't touch that dealership. Then when he saw me, we started, he goes, I know you robbed it. Okay. You heard.
Sounds like you also worked at this dealership.
I worked there at the Subaru side earlier, and then I got into an argument with the manager and I quit. And then after prison, they put me on the Acura side. They go, we'll give you another job.
How do you get the promotion after going to prison?
I don't know. They liked me. So I went back over there and I got the Acura job, and I lasted like a month and a half.
Well, yeah, because you were robbing the place.
Not really. No, I was a salesman. I robbed the place when I stopped working there, and I needed money that summer to pay the rent.
You weren't even working there yet?
No, and I went up there to see my friend, and while I'm there, this idiot tells the other idiot, you got to go to the bank and get deposit money for tomorrow for spiffs.
I missed the part about you were there to see your friend.
It's like fucking Josh Wolf used to say, being Joey Diaz. Remember being John Malkovich?
Mm-hmm.
Being Joey Diaz. This isn't a regular conversation. Also, some idiot in the end of the bar. I just picked up $1,000. I'm going to hide it in my car overnight. I can hear that shit. Robbery in progress right there. I'm one of those dudes. When I was robbing, I would just listen. That's it. You just listen.
And people are that stupid to just say that much stuff in public?
Yeah, if they're going to talk that much stuff in public, you might as well rob them. I got 10 of these down in a warehouse on West End. Really? Let's go look at it.
Speaking of which, I was just thinking about it. I'm definitely taking this money out of my wallet now.
2 days later, you're at West End, but they come back to the bar. Somebody broke in. Come on. You had an alarm system. Oh, yeah, we got cameras. Listen, I burnt those fucking cameras, okay? I had an electrician to go on there for me and gave him 10 points of the fucking cut.
Holy shit.
What are we talking about?
I don't know. Something's in my eye too. I'm fucked up.
Yeah, your eyes are always fucked up. He's telling the guy, I need a new room in my eyes. I want to smack you.
No, dude, I was fucked up.
Bitch. Then they put him on the
First of all, you jinxed me.
And he was fine.
No, dude, first of all, you jinxed me. Wednesday before the flight, you're like, listen, you haven't had bronchitis in a while. It's time to bring it back.
It's been like 5 years. He hasn't no bronchitis.
And I don't have bronchitis, but I got there, and it's a very nice. I'm not talking shit about the hotel.
No, the hotel was nice.
And I had a room with a balcony.
Like I thought Hitler hit you with the mace.
Dude, I was fucked up. I should have changed rooms. And what they said is it was a pet-friendly floor, and I get like really allergic to dogs and cats. I used to.
When you got up there, you weren't allergic to that floor.
No, but and this is the second time it's happened. We're like, you ever get an allergy attack that turned into a cold? So like that's what happened. I don't know what the fuck were you. Oh no, yeah. I don't want to make an issue at your dude. I don't know if you even know this. I did cause an issue one time. Not even the one you're thinking about in Vegas. I caused an issue the first time ever in Austin, and I got I've never told anyone this story.
No, we don't want to need to hear it now. It's too late.
Okay.
Save it for therapy next week, cocksucker.
Okay.
Look at this shape of you. What do you got this week, cocksucker?
I got Foxwoods with you.
No, beside that.
And I think I got Luxor Lounge on Sunday.
Luxor.
And then next week, Lexington,
no
Kentucky.
Sets all week?
Well,
you got Thursday night with me, the bucket.
I can't go that night.
Why not? What are you doing?
It's my wife's birthday. But no, I'll be around New York. But
you better get it together.
Working on it.
Fucking making out with a chubby chick. Every once in a while, got to take one for the team. You know what I'm saying?
I had no idea.
And it really wasn't even a make out. It was like a kiss and a hug, and I could taste the popcorn on the tongue and shit. Nah, I'm lying to you. She was very sweet. God bless her. You know, people come and go, man. That's a part of growing up. I'll be at Foxwoods, and then tickets go on sale. Well, they went on sale last night at 7 o'clock for Austin on the 19th. There ain't going to be no tickets left, so it's only 200 seats, so.
That's going to be fun.
It'll be 7 o'clock show. That's it. Get out of there. Go get some tacos. Friday, wake up. Stem cell. Saturday, go to fucking thing. I see Eddie. Eddie's coming in Friday night, so I'm excited about that. I got him. And all his shit's coming out true. People are saying he was crazy. He talked about Pizzagate. Now they're making videos about it. That he was fucking right. All those as long as there's a war, they can't relieve the Epstein file. He was saying this 4 years ago. 3 years ago when I was down there. He was talking about things that were going on now. And they all pertain to that file. Fucking tremendous shit. So here's some conspiracy theories. I haven't heard
Your
one
favorite.
in 2 years. So with him, it's always great. And I'll be back Saturday night. And then a month later, I get the knee taken out. And I'll be walking around like a gimp. But I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I get it over with, start from scratch. This shit's going to break any day, though. Telling you guys, this shit, I don't want to call you in 2 weeks and go, dog, I'm in the hospital. They're doing emergency surgery. This bone broke. It feels fucked up. It just cracked. You heard it. You guys heard it.
Should we not be walking much anymore at all?
No, I'm going to sit at home and get 80 pounds on me and not walk. Fuck you.
Why are you eating 80 pounds?
Because that's what happens when you stop exercising for some bullshit injury.
It's not a bullshit. Your leg's going to snap.
Listen, it hasn't snapped yet. It's like the old thing. We got to take this to old America for us to succeed as Americans. Everybody wants to make America beautiful. This is how it was when I was growing up. You're sick, come to work, puke at work, and I'll let you go home.
Okay.
We're fair. So I'm going to give up now. I'm going to give up. I can't walk. I was doing deadlifts today. I'm going to give up. I'm going to sit at home until the surgery and fucking eat dilly-dally. And then I'll be 8 years away I'll be 68.3. Right now I'm at 63.4, holding steady.
Yeah, but are you making this decision or is a doctor involved in this at all? Of you doing deadlifts on half of a leg?
No, they'll tell you to stay home.
So listen to them.
Fuck him. I got to keep my dick alive, number one. And number two, you got to go into that surgery stronger than ever because you're gonna be in that hospital for a night and then you're going to assume you're going to be home for 4 or 5 days. And you think it's hard to build muscle? See how quick it is to lose muscle after it's...
I'm not saying to do nothing, but...
So I'll be there at home with a fucking dumbbell for 2 days, just doing these, because it helps you heal the body quicker.
What about the things that you just lay your leg on, and you kneel, and it roll? It has legs to roll.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it all from the fucking...
whatever.
Relax, it's going to be all right. Another fun-filled fucking podcast, the Church of What's Happening Now, New Testament on a beautiful fucking Tuesday. It's going to be 70 degrees again tomorrow. Then whatever happens, happens. I don't give a fuck, Jack. I love you, Lee. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week. Tip Top Magoo with Alberto Crane. Say good night, Lee.
Good night.